All right, we're here on Facebook Live. We'll give it just a few more minutes as a few more people will log on here to the video. But hello, I'm Clay Radford with Radford Media Group. And today, as we're more and more people are jumping online and viewing this video here on the Kitty Facebook page. But joining me today, we have Nick and Andy. Of course, Andy, you recognize him from Hawthorne Bank right here in Clinton. Actually, he was the one so kind to let us use his office here at Hawthorne Bank. But we're talking with Andy and Nick with the Tri-Lake Fly Fishers as they are coming to the Benson Convention Center for the Fly Fishing Expo on April 9th at 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. It's the first annual Fly Fishing Expo that's going to be here at the Benson Center. But this has been a expo's been in the planning for years. So I'll let you guys kind of talk a little bit about it.
Well, this show was supposed to have happened about 2 years ago here in Benson, and we were COVIDed.
Right.
Yeah, COVID just canceled everything.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But we've got the longest running fly fishing show in the state of Missouri.
Okay.
And it's just a lot of fun.
Well, tell me a little bit about the show itself. It's going to be at the Benson Convention Center on April 9th. Andy, tell us a little bit about the Tri-Lake Fly Fishers and what the expo is kind of all about and what people are going to expect from it.
And I've been to a few past expos. They used to have it near Brighton, Missouri, in an awesome little church.
Yeah, I've been to Brighton.
They would do a little fly tying and some fly casting, so you could learn how to maybe work that fly rod a little better.
Okay.
See how to tie one of those ties or those flies, and then maybe have a chance to maybe take one home with you. I know that I've been able to have one given to me from one of the shows. Cool. Great for kids to come to and check it out as well. Okay. There's lots of tables there with a lot of fly tires, so a lot of different styles. It's not just about trout fishing. I have some of the best, what I call poppers, and I didn't know about poppers until I joined the Tri-Lake Fly Fishers. And I've been nailing largemouth bass with these in ponds. So you just give it a little on the fly rod, and then that little popper just does a little bit of movement in the water, and then boom,
big fish come up and get it.
A lot of fun. And then you just hang on that fly rod.
Right. Nick, you was telling us before we started here about catfish.
Mm-hmm.
You was catching channel cat on a fly rod. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the trick to fly rod, any fish that you can catch with a lure, we can catch with a fly rod.
Okay.
So, and catfish, I catch them on a fly called a woolly booger.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anything fancy. Stripping it through the water.
Right.
And so far, we've got 3 people who caught them out of my pond on their fly rods.
Wow. Tell me, guys, between both of you, what is the Tri-Lake Fly Fishers? It's an organization, but tell me and everybody on Facebook and YouTube and all of our social channels what the Tri-Lake Fishers do. How often do you meet? Where do you meet? And so on and so forth.
We meet once a month down in Brighton.
Okay.
And we meet at the Mexican restaurant down there because we like to eat too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But our primary mission is education, get people interested in fly fishing. We teach everything, tying flies, casting, and fishing, and we do that at a youth boys ranch for troubled kids. We do that with them, or we did before COVID.
Right.
And we have done Boy Scouts, helping them get their merit badges. About anyone that wants to, we'll help them.
Right. And you mentioned something to me that just a moment ago, it's more than just trout fishing. When people say fly fishing, they instantly think of trout fishing going to Bennett Springs or Taneycomo or up in Alaska and fly fishing up there. But you said right on a local pond.
Oh yeah. Been blessed to have many local ponds to go to, and it's super fun. Now, I love to trout fish as well.
Right.
Nothing better than a good rainbow on a fly rod. And but we didn't want people not to come because that's what they thought it was. Right. So we wanted to definitely do this video to let you know that it's all about fishing, but with the fly rod in hand.
Absolutely.
And we encourage all types of fishing as well. We love it. I was very novice when I joined the Tri-Lake Fly Fishers. I just got a rod and went to the meeting.
Right, okay.
And I got my actual upgrade at the first expo. So I bought one there. And there's raffle items there. There's other stuff there. A lot of times there was kayaks one year.
Okay.
And all kinds
wow,
of
that'd be a sport in itself.
Right.
Kayaking and fly fishing.
Right, so it's a big deal. And there's vendors that are going to be there too. But Tri-Lakes is really welcoming to anybody. It's not very expensive to join.
Okay.
The per year cost is minute.
Right.
But then you meet all these cool people like Nick, he's been to Belize and bonefish.
Oh,
which
wow.
is, so
Wow.
and we got girls that travel all over the place. There's this unique spot in Florida where you can stand and fish in the Gulf. I mean, there's some cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I had no idea about any of this until I joined Tri Lakes. And of course, we love our name, all the lakes around here. And there is a pond that we manage as well, where if you're a member of the Tri Lakes, you can go
Right.
practice in and
Cool.
take the kids to. So that's a benefit of being in the group. Other than that, it's just the people you get to meet.
Absolutely. Well, going back to the expo, again, it's going to be April 9th at the Benson Center here in Clinton. Tell everybody, what are they going to see? Admission is free, but what are they going to see? Is there going to be live seminars? You guys have anything else that you want to talk about the expo?
Well, we're going to have 30 plus fly tyers there
Okay.
demonstrating. Most of these tyers, if you sit and watch them tie a fly, you're probably going to go home with it.
Okay.
We're going to have 30 some odd vendors everywhere. From one guy is bringing his fishing boat, which is an inflatable, I
Right.
think. I
Right.
haven't seen it yet.
We'll
But I
won't
think-
be surprised,
I
right?
think that's what it is
Okay.
from the name of it. We will have fly shops there. They'll be selling some of their stuff.
Okay.
We are going to have one of the guys from our club who builds custom rods.
Okay.
He's going to be there. He's donating one of his rods to the auction.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We will have conservation department's going to be
Be there as
there.
well.
We're going to have a table set up for youth stuff. You know, if they want to learn, sit with someone hands-on tying,
And do that.
we
Okay.
can do it.
Okay.
We will do it. If someone comes in and they want help with casting, we will find someone to do it.
Okay.
You know, when we started this, we were going to do casting indoors.
Mhm.
It grew too much.
Too much, and
We
you
ran
don't
out
have
of room.
Mhm.
But we could
That's a good
sure
problem to have,
we
right.
could sure step outside and
Mhm.
well, it's not. I mean, it is kind of a problem because we want to teach people to
Right,
fish.
to fish, right? Because like I have a fly fishing rod myself
Mhm.
and a reel, and I don't have any tackle, I don't have any leads, I don't have any string or any of that stuff. So
Mhm.
I'm going to be there for the education part of
Sure.
it myself because like I was telling you guys before we started recording that I go to Bennett and I go to Taneycomo multiple times a year, but I just do it with the rod and reel. I don't use it with a fly rod. So I want to get into the sport. So I'm very excited to come and be educated.
Yeah, it's a great experience and great advice was given to me because I used that ultralight for a lot of years.
Right.
And when I first started going back down to Bennett with the fly rod, my mentors say, go ahead and leave that ultralight in the truck.
Right.
Is keep on that fly rod so you don't give up.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Stay on it for a
Yeah,
while.
and that helped me a lot because I really wanted to learn. But even after a little bit of the time, I forget how to tie that leader on to that tippet.
Mhm.
What is even a tippet, right?
Right.
That's the last part, so the fish doesn't see the thick line as well. And there's just so many things to learn. But it's like anything. It's so much fun once you get a handle on it.
Yeah.
And it really isn't that expensive. I mean, you can make fly fishing expensive,
Right.
but it really isn't.
You
that
don't. It doesn't have to
You
be.
know.
Just like regular fishing, it doesn't have to be
Right,
expensive.
right.
Go get some worms and a rod and go
Yeah,
fish. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And if you could show the next generation, your son or daughter, how to do it. My wife knew how to do it long before I did, and I thought that was so cool that she
Right.
knew how. And we've got some at the expo. There's some live seminars I think are going to be happening. So,
Yes.
and here's the flyer here. You'll see it at the bank and maybe other places around town. We can get you copies, or if you can email it to you. And it's just a great event. Hawthorne's sponsoring, which makes me feel really good that Hawthorne's doing that. We've got Clay with Radford Media Group and KDKD. Tri Lakes, of course, is being there. Then Mike Keith Insurance is big because Nathan Betancourt Sr., our good friend, is part of the group as well. And we've got the Boy Scouts helping with setup. Hopefully the Cool Cats 4-H girls and guys come and just enjoy the show and help out a little bit if they can.
Cool.
And it's welcome to anybody in the community. So we want a good turnout for this. It's the first time in Clinton, Missouri, so we want to put on a good show. And our local businesses will hopefully have a good day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, if they stay overnight, fantastic. Or restaurants might be full.
Absolutely.
So it's a great deal. Nick, what do you think? Are we looking for 500 people?
We
We'd be
don't.
tickled,
We
right?
really
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
because we know we are going to get a lot bigger
Right.
group of people coming from Kansas City than we did
They
at
come down.
Oliver.
Right.
You know, we've been up, talked to all the other clubs up there. They're coming. They're gonna, if they come as a group, we're gonna set them up where you can, if you're interested in a club in Kansas City, we can
Great.
get you introduced to them.
Great. So there's gonna be a lot of different options, and you're gonna have clubs there. You're gonna have tackle there, you're going to have flies there, you're going to have conservation there, many different businesses and individuals and organizations at this expo. So it's something you definitely do not want to miss. It's the Tri-Lake Fly Fishers Expo. It's their Fly Fishing Expo at the Benson Center on April 9th. Come out, doors open at 9 a.m. Guys, one more thing for it, okay?
One more thing, if you'll get on Facebook, we are on there under Tri-Lakes.
Okay.
It'll have a copy of our poster on there. There's photographs on there of a lot of the stuff that we are going to be auctioning.
Right.
You know, we're going to have a live auction, a silent auction, and bucket auctions all going on.
All going on at once.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, if you also go to mykitty.com and go to the events, community events calendar, you can go down into April and find this event on there as well. And it has links over to social media pages already set up for you so over there. So, Andy, you got
One
some...
last thing, Nick brought him some specialties here, Nick. Why don't you just let him zoom in on a couple of these flies and see how elaborate they really are and how awesome our tires do and the craft.
Go ahead. This one here, and what do we have?
Get a little closer there. Yeah.
It is similar to a woolly bugger, only it's made with cactus chenille where it sparkles. And then I've got same kind of fly, a streamer. Okay. This one's made out of zonker strips, which is fur.
Okay.
And then
this is a true fly here. Mm-hmm. This is about as big as a fly.
Well, I actually went to a Griffith net, which I use that a lot at Bennett Springs when they're hitting on the top and catch a lot of fish with it.
Wow.
And then, just for those that have got really good eyes, I don't know if you can see that fly, but it's on a size 32 hook that you can drop that right through the eye of other hooks.
Oh, wow.
Nick, is there any tricks to catching one on top? Do you pull instantly when you see the fish do it, or you wait a little bit?
If you've got the patience to do it, you ought to wait just a second to let them turn, and so you don't pull it right out of their mouth.
Right.
There you go.
And it's just like bass fishing and any bass fishing, you know.
Let them take it.
If you're quick enough, you can yank it away from them.
Oh, absolutely. I've done that many a times with catfish myself.
Yeah.
And if you get on there and you look at our flyer, you'll notice that one of the women in our group on the flyer, she's holding a smallmouth bass instead of a trout.
Oh,
yeah, she sure is.
Yeah.
And what really a good time that is.
Oh, absolutely.
Smallmouth bass can really fight you.
And you know,
really good time. Bluegill as well. Bluegill's
just
good
downsize
time.
your rod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just go to a little lighter rod.
You can chase saltwater, freshwater, everything.
On fly
rod. I've caught flounder, I've caught grouper, I've caught bonefish.
Right.
And it is a ball.
Well, there's a lot to learn, definitely. So put it on your calendar, make an appointment, and we'll hopefully see you at the Tri-Lakes Fly Fishing Expo at the Benson Center right here in Clinton on April 9th. Doors open at 9 o'clock. They'll be there until about 4 o'clock. Come out and explore, learn a little bit, have a good time. And if you're into fishing or if you're not, bring the kids and they might find their next new hobby. And it's always good to get kids in the great outdoors as well and get them in on this. So definitely come on out to the Benson Center April 9th. That's the Tri-Lakes Fly Fishing Expo. And we hope to see you guys there. And guys, thank you so much for having us here. And Andy, thanks for being a great host.
Yep, thank you, Clay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one.